Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here, sharing your most precious asset with me, and that is your time. Welcome to the Crypto Lifer Show. Let's go. Stay motivated. Stay feeling good. I worked out this morning, got the blood pumping. Man, 2 years from now, who knows where these prices could be if we keep our head in the game, if we look at the long term and we don't get focused on the emotions of the past and the future, and we stay in the present moment, everybody. We stay in the present. As long as you stay in the present, anything is possible. Anything is possible. Let's get that lemon into the water. Let's do it. Let's get that lemon into the water. Let's do what we do every single day here. Bang, bang, bang. Oh, it's so good. It's so good. And shout out to Be Well Honey out of 54 Macon Street, Pembroke, Mass. Every single day on the channel, I drink some honey. Who needs a wooden spoon when you can go right to the mouth from the glass? Be well. Have honey every single day and take a little vitamin D spray. And I take some black cumin seeds every single morning. The strongest antioxidant in the world. The black cumin seed. The Agella. And anyway, this is not, I do whatever makes me happy. You do whatever makes you happy. And there we go. Shout out to everybody here. Feeling buttery, feeling good. Let's get into the charts. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here. And that's the regiment. Every single time we show up here, let's take a look at the market. So we got some green. Engine Coin up, YFI up, BCN up, SNX up, Link up, GRT up, Digibyte. We got some movement. Last night, Bitcoin had a huge pump. A lot of people thought it would not. We'll give you Bookmap right off the bat just to kind of show you what's happening. Real quick for Bookmap. You saw it running there in the background. So Bookmap, let's take a look. 23,940. More liquidity down to 23,005. Suggest that we do go lower. Nothing up here to bite on. Really nothing at all. Really slim on the sell order book. More buys. More people want to buy Bitcoin. And there's a big old fat buy wall here. 23,004, 23,006. Most of the liquidity is centered here between 23,003 and 23,600. So that's kind of what we're looking at. Again, I've still seen a short squeeze come out of this, even though there's no liquidity. This doesn't guarantee anything, just gives you a possible probability. Let's look at what we're seeing in my chart. We'll compare it, we'll corroborate the story, and we'll break it down. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate you all for being here. We're also going to take a look at the dollar index, what's happening with it. Looks like it could get a pump on the daily. Is it going to have to pump with Bitcoin? There's a lot of talk going on. Let's break it down. But right before I get to my Bitcoin update, because I know that's what most people are here for, because we're pretty spot on. My team had VSYS. Shout out to my man, Stack McChange, banging on him to the upside. My elite traders banging on him. And I got a slew of elite. They come out the woodwork. Some of them are busy. But I got a slew of them, and I'm telling you, when the market starts to rip, you're going to see my whole team come out strong. We put this here in a hidden bullish divergence. It has ripped up 189% since we talked about it. I put out VELO in this tiny little falling, a bullish pennant here. Tight moving averages. This thing is now up 120% and still holding gains of 87. VELO banging on them. Welcome to the trading group. Welcome to what happens if you join a trading group. All right, where so many people are sending you so much love. All right. So Coinbase, excited to talk about build on Base. Base is an Ethereum layer 2 that offers a secure, low-cost, developer-friendly way for anyone, anywhere to develop decentralized apps. Our goal with Base is to make on-chain the next online and onboard 1 billion users into the crypto economy. Coinbase, build on Base. Pretty interesting, right? VELO, could VELO continue here? As what it's doing is a SR flip of this little flag. Could it bounce? There's a chance VELO could continue. It's oversold on the 1 hour time frame. You never know. High risk at this point. I'd be taking profits, but you never know. VELO could continue for another possible gain here. VELO on the radar. So VELO banging on them. And when VELO moves, it moves hard. It had a lot of people sweating it back in the day. There's a reason why it starts to make some pretty gains. So look, 35% for Anakin, 62% on Pimon, and VELO, our gem of the day, up 120%. When we woke up this morning, 8:43 in the morning, this thing was banging on them. So unbelievable. NKN also had a nice run up from the first to the 20. It took a while, I guess, but High ODB is another winner that's been holding gains. And Moonwell. Moon so well yesterday. We talked about it on the live stream 2 days prior when I was traveling, and this thing would moon well up to the 200 SMA. And I teach this how price action likes to move to the 200 SMA. Simple concepts for simple ideas, simple moves. All right. And that is the kind of trading group, and that's the wins. Every couple of days, we celebrate a bunch of wins. Would you want to jump on in with us and learn the special sauce that we use to learn these wins? Like, look, the other day I was giving you Ella on the live stream, Elastos. On the live stream, I talked about it, and I showed you this heavy support zone with the measured move to here. It hit the exact measured move on a wick, came down, hit it again, up 27% gains for Ella, right? Elastos. So just things to think about on the, I just want to wet your whistle, get you excited, realize there's so much more out here, and there's so much coming for us into the future. So get excited, get ready, because this is just the beginning. Even if Bitcoin has pullbacks, there's going to be so much opportunity in this market. I'm telling you right now, there's going to be so much fun, and we're going to be able to see a lot of awesome and interesting things. Shout out to everybody here on the live. I appreciate each and every one of you for being here, sharing your most precious asset with me, and that is your time. Thank you, God, for every single thing you've given me in my life. And honestly, I wasn't always a big God lover. I was also confused and lost for many, many parts of my life. I don't even like to push God on other people like an evangelist or something like that, like these people that have these churches. Whatever works for you, that works for me, as long as it's positive and beautiful, right? I would love it if you believe in God, but whatever works for you. Like, I'm never going to push my ideals on somebody else. You know what I mean? Everyone's going to have to find their way. Look at this. This is making what looks like to me now an ascending triangle that continued to the upside. See, I just saw this I was kind of mentioning. Anyway, so God bless each and every one of you. If you don't, have the whole God connection, it's okay. I still love you so much. It does not matter. I just want you to be a beautiful person that believes in something bigger than yourself, that we're all connected in this universe, and that, you want to spread light, love, and happiness around the world. If that's who you are, you are a crypto lifer. We talked about this yesterday. I gave it to the group, Optimism 2L. I said it's broken out, and it was about right here. It's now up 27%. If you were in the trading group, you would have seen this. You would have made the gains. Shout out to the winners who had the guts to put on their TA, look at the risk assessment, and take the gain. That was funny. But look at Optimism 2L. Let's just talk about it here. I put it out last night at 3:14, or yesterday at 3:14 on the 8-hour time frame, sitting at 7:16. It's now up at 8. It's up a bean. Let's look at it on that 8-hour. I said the 8-hour looked really nice to me, like a move was coming. And lo and behold, it did get a bit of a bounce. I mean, still only holding 16%, but still, it's a beautiful gain. Optimism 2L for gains. And this is what happens in the trading group. Like 3 o'clock. Look, here's your before. That thing pumped and is still holding gains. So I like what I'm seeing here for Optimism. And if anything's going to move, Optimism's going to move. You feel me? Optimism's going to make some gains. I mean, it's got an ecosystem. It's got a lot going for it. And that's another thing that I explain here in the trading group. We go over so many different concepts. It's not just about trading. It's about, why does a coin move? Does a coin have an ecosystem? Is there something making people buy this coin? Is there an incentive, right? Is there some type of staking? Are they coming out with a contest on KuCoin? What's going on? There's always a story behind the story, things that you want to pay attention to. I want to put CAS on your radar, CASPA, right? This coin, let me talk about it. Let's break it down. Let's talk about Casper here. So since we talked about it, it has gone up. Here was the entry for Casper. And another thing, look, that went up 21%. Came back down, but it held 21%, and now it's up still 6%. Did not get stopped out. Regardless, right? Did not get stopped out. So check it out. Check it out. There's a real special place I like to go to. No, it is. It's a special place. It's dear to my heart. And you know where it is? It's called MEXC. Why MEXC? Because they got CASPA. They got some of the lowest cap gems you could ever trade in your life. They also have lower fees than KuCoin, lower fees than Coinbase, lower fees than Binance US, and the like. I'm telling you right now, lowest spot and future fees in the game. The lowest fees, 0.0. That's no fee right there. See that? 0%. How would you like to take no fees every time you make a limit order? I'm telling you right now, maker and takers pay. This is the least expensive fees in the entire trading world. Jump on it today to MEXC. Link in the description below. You will not regret it. I'm telling you right now, MEXC, if you're going to trade and you've already committed to trading and you like to trade, MEXC is going to be the place for you. I have a close contact at MEXC. You know, if I need something implemented, I talk to them. Right now, I'm working with ALTRADY and MEXC to make sure that we could get a connection on the back end. It's really good. I got connections at both places. We've been talking to them, connecting people. We're building the space, everybody. We're helping this space move forward. MEXC is doing it. I'm doing it. And if you jump on, you will do it too. I do receive a commission from MEXC. I greatly appreciate it if you use my link. If you're going to trade anyway, you might as well send the love back to the lifers. So, lowest trading fees in the game. I'm putting this on your radar. You may not even know this. Now you do. MEXC. All right? And I got a gem for you that I'm looking at here on MEXC that's already up. I'm going to redraw the pattern slightly, but this thing has already made a gain. Had someone moved the stop loss, this thing already made a gain of 20%. But you know what? We like 50, 60, 70, 80. I'm not shying away from 20. 20 is beautiful. Hey, I'll take 3% and be super happy about it. But we do make some serious gains here in the channel, way more than just tiny little 20%ers. You know, we see some big ones too. So look, from impulse to top, it came back down. It bounced on the golden pocket. We had it here too. This was a trade I put out in the trading group. Another thing that you're going to get in my group. Of the hundreds of coins here, once they pop, I'm going to be watching them. Once they hit the golden pocket, you're going to be getting alerts. Golden pocket. This is here. You're going to know when coins are retracing into the golden pocket 90% of the time, all the time. I'm just all over it. It's one of my main ways to trade, always positioning and talking about the golden paquito, all right, and how things are in the golden pocket. So just one thing to remember, that's another beautiful thing that I love about my trading group is we're just always finding coins that are retracing to the golden pocket. We teach you how not to chase. We teach you how to use technical analysis, not to use your emotions, right? Your emotions are going to get you into trouble. They're going to tell you to jump out. You know, they're going to be like, oh, this isn't good, get out. They're going to scare you. They're going to push you. Look, CASPA is up above this point of control. The 8 hour is ready to blast. I like what I'm seeing for this. I could raise this up. And even here, it's got a 6-to-1 risk-reward ratio. If I go all the way down, it's got a 3-to-1. If I risk 35% for the 138, but I don't like a 30, that's a deep one. I can keep this stop loss here, a 7-to-1, risk 19% to gain 138. That is the next leg up for this thing after the consolidation. CASP is on my radar. Definitely something you want to talk about. Definitely something. And look, it's on MEXC. Again, MEX Global. Best. Zero fees, man. I'm telling you. I know I sound like a broken record, but it's important that you understand the less fees, the better. I might take some profits in this middle zone too, just for safekeeping. All right. Shout out to all the people. Thank you so much for the super chat. Shout out to Lakochi in the house. Shout out to Board Type Crow. Shout out to CNC Ireland. Shout out to Savada. Shout out to Bling Style X. Shout out to Bad Melanite. Shout out to After Hours, Dangerfield, Kryptonic, and everybody here on the live. May God bless each and every one of you for jumping on in, sharing your most precious asset with me, and that is your time. Welcome to the Crypto Lifer Show. Thank you. Love the content. On along for apt thoughts. Well, you didn't chase the big pump. It definitely has retraced. We'll take a look at app. That's a good question. I actually like your question. Beautiful question. So I'm going to move on from CASP, but Casper is on the radar. Coin of the week. Coin of the week is Casper on MEX Global. And every week I should do a coin of the week and talk about the tech, what I'm looking at, why I like it, what's going on, and what's happening. The coin of the week, CAS USDT on MEX Global. Sign up to MEXC today. If you're not on MEXC, you're missing out. It's the next KuCoin, baby. I'm telling you, I know how to find him. I got into KuCoin in 2017 before anybody even really knew what KuCoin was all about. And CAS is looking beautiful to me. 8 hour oversold, ready to rock. I like what I'm looking at for CASPA on the 8 hour time frame. And it could dump in 2 seconds, hit the stop loss, and anything could happen. Remember, these are just probabilities. I am not a financial advisor. Nothing I say and do on this channel should be taken as financial advice. Please get yourself a financial advisor and do your own due diligence before getting into any project, coin, or trade. One thing I got to talk about is we got to get this industry out. We got to get people to know about this industry. The 200 likes isn't going to cut it from the 700 people on the live. We got to get this industry out to the world. The more people that know about crypto, the better. Let's pump this YouTube algorithm so your bags become known. Right now, you might be holding Chainlink. You might be holding Matic. You might be holding Ethereum, Bitcoin. I don't know. But I'm pretty sure most people in this chat are holding some Bitcoin or some cryptocurrencies. And the idea is the more people that know about these cryptocurrencies, the better it is for you. We have a YouTube algorithm working for us right now 24/7, but it only works when we give it those likes. Keep hitting the like button. Keep pumping this thing up so we have more people on the stream. More people will know about your bags, baby. So it's an incentive, a selfish incentive to hit this like button because it helps your own bag. So if you want karma, it's the greatest way for karma for me and my channel. Number one, I've got a family and 2 kids. Hey, I got a 2-year-old girl. She's beautiful. Why take that like away from her daddy? You know, she doesn't deserve anything but love. So send her that love. Number 2, I show up every single day. All I need is a couple likes to keep it moving. And number 3, it helps your own bags. It helps your own bags. Look at this, the Hong Kong zone. I just saw that. That's interesting. I wanted to go back to that, the Hong Kong zone. Look at this, AMG D Hero Gaming, never heard of it, up 300%. Gene 1, up 120. TrustFi, up 106. Odds, up 82%. And remember when we had odds just the other day in VSYS, up 71%. Gel, look at all the gainers here. Paint, Pixel, and VELO, another big gainer for us. Ranker, BNX has been a new one that's been going up and down. DSLA back on the radar. Iris, look at all the gains here on MEXC with no fees. I'm just saying. Anyway, let's get back into the idea here for Bitcoin. Everyone wants to know what's happening with Bitcoin as it gets back above 24,000. I already did an update for the trading group. Let's break it down. And we're going to jump into, well, we'll throw in his, we'll look at app real quick for you, and then we'll do Bitcoin. Thank you for the super chat. God bless you and yours for contributing to the stream. We greatly appreciate it. So we're saying, hey, if this doesn't double bottom, could it come lower down here to the 618 Fibonacci level? Okay. So that's another question. So look, we'll start fresh for you. We have a clear, nice, hopefully support zone here. Possible support zone there. And we got some chop here. This is some chop, and it coincides with the high volume node here, right? So we got a little bit of support at the zone. Bounce, bit of a double bottom here so far on the 8-hour as it's pointing to the upside. All right. We have our major resistance point at $20 that we hit. We have our next resistance point at $16.77. All right. These are the 2 levels that we're going to be watching closely as we move on into the day. App in a falling wedge, broke out, hit resistance, came back down, and decided to retrace. Could we kind of put it in this? And this is kind of what I was showing you here. And lately, the last year, I started doing the head and shoulder dip out of the pattern and then keeping the pattern whole. So I see a falling wedge inside of this falling wedge. We could break to the upside. Let's take a look at our 22. Our daily, they both want to make bacon on the beach. They could go lower. And again, we pulled the Fibonacci. And it does say that we could go to the 618. We may get a lower low here down to $10. It's possible. All right, something you want to keep on your radar. The 1 hour wants to bounce. So here, what is the story? Morning glory. Let me shrink down this green zone so I can really look at price action. Now I'm going to zoom in here now that I've seen the bigger idea. When I zoom in, I can clearly see we got resistance here at this high volume node that becomes a point of control. When I give it some more, or even right here, 1392, and then right here too at 1460. So this is going to be our local resistance areas that we're dealing with. And then let's kind of keep that tighter. Did this break out? Technically, you could say it did. That was a tight channel that broke out. Now it's retesting on the 1 hour time frame. And you got a slight shoulder here with a bit of a head and a possible inverted head and shoulder. It's messy, not easy to see. I'll go to the 15-minute to try to get myself some more information. But yeah, it has some head and shoulder vibes. I mean, it's got a higher low. And also, if we take this away, it's got some cup and handle vibes on the 15. Sammy, cup and handy to the upside. All the way, baby. All the way. Yes. I'll tell you, last time I saw that, it was 1975. I was eating a foot-long hot dog with two packages of mustard. Yeah, one package didn't get enough it was only 6 inches, and so I opened up another pack to get the rest. The point of the story is, so look, we got above here the point of control, And that's going to make bacon on the beach. So that, and price action could get moving there. Tight moving averages. 15-minute is a little overbought, so telling me it's not going to happen right away. 1 hour does want to make bacon on the beach. And the 4 hours overbought. So, the 4 hours is kind of struggling for me. It could get binned. It's interesting. Also, look at this. Shoulder. Head could be making a right shoulder here. That brings us to that 618. So, a little bit of a struggle, in my humble opinion. Some mixed signals here for Aptos. I'd wait for this 4 hour to... Something tells me that the 1 hour could flip the 4 hour. So I would wait for the 15 to come on down, and I'd watch this 1 hour time frame. All right? Begin to break this zone, then you're double bottoming for a bigger idea. It's tough, I'll be honest. If I was going to trade Aptos, I believe I would leave it alone till I see it make some type of flag or movement above 1440, and then ride the 14 to the 16 and the 20s. You know what I mean? This area is a little sketchy because there's a chance that we break down lower, right? And we got to let the 15-minute do its thing, and that could actually even pin the one. So, and the 4 hour doesn't look amazing either. So, some mixed signals for Aptos. I do see some love, but it's not like what I just saw for, CAS looked completely different, right? KAS looked money. It was in a bullish consolidation. Completely different charts. So, yeah, Aptos, a little bit of a struggle, in my humble opinion here. And, the safest thing is to wait for it to get above this point of control. Or even bounce here. That would, like a breakout, a bounce right there would be a beautiful trade, in my humble opinion. That level is 1452, if you want to write it down and remember it. But again, that's my idea for Aptos. Okay. How about Big X Lifer? Could you check Caspa, please? We just did that already. Thank you. Love the content on long for apps. Yeah. Thanks for everything you do. And good morning from Rhino. Love my 99ers. Shout out to Dangerfield in the house. Can you check out EVMOS? Send in a super chat for TA and deep dives. Thank you so much for the love. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here. And David John, sorry this is frustrating. Can we get on with Bitcoin? Wow. Patience, my friend. Patience is a virtue that only few possess. Some have little and some have even less. Right, that's... All right. And with that, let's drag it on a little longer. Let's take a look at Matrix AI. And it's funny, the dude's complaining as I'm giving him a gem. It's insane. What you want to do is you want to look at the positive things at all times. The positive sense is that if I'm not diving into Bitcoin right now, it's pretty flat. It's sitting at 24,000. All right? We're going to get you to BTC. Don't you worry. Are you leveraged hard and you don't know what to do? Is that what's going on? David? Are you in for 50X? I'm just messing around. Let's take a look here. God bless you, David. Hope you have a wonderful life and a wonderful day. We appreciate you. Don't worry, though. You'll get over your impertinence. So, look. Falling wedge can break to the upside. We're in the 706 Fibonacci level. Really good place to retrace. I'd love to look left to see if we even had an area of support and resistance. Let's go to the daily to find that. Reason why we're kind of stalled. I guess you could drag that down. We bounce right there. Are we right there? Yeah, that's interesting. So bouncing right here, yellow line, which was this little area here, and this bounce, resistance, bounce. So, it's an area that we definitely want to pay attention to. And this is an AI coin, and AI coins have retraced, but eventually they're going to get their run up, in my humble opinion. They're eventually going to get that run up. And I'm watching them closely. And just DCAing, I'm building bags of these slowly but surely. 2-year hold bags, though they're going to take a while. I want to turn 18,000 into 180 grand. I'm going to document it and put it out there. So this is and again, it could, maybe I make way more. I'm just trying to 10x it. If I make more than that, I'll be so happy, right? Be humble. Humble beginnings, all right? So I'm watching Matrix AI. He's going to check him. He's going to get a check mark. Hey, Lifer, I want to join, but I work all day during class on Tuesday. Anyway, I can still participate. Yeah, we have a course. Everyone, I teach class. He just asked a beautiful question. Can I take class on another day? I can't make the Tuesday class. Yes, the last Saturday of every month, jump on in. the last Saturday of every month. Everyone says, but how do I get in? How do I jump on in? Yeah, I have like spots on my nose that I want to take care of, so I've been looking at that. If anyone knows how to help me, I want to just make sure my complexion is as clean as possible. My nose has been bothering me a little bit, you know. Hard to go online every single day, right? And you look at yourself and you're like, but I just forget about it, and I tell myself it's not about how I look. You know, I dress nice and everything, but it's about the content, the love, and the vibrational energy, right? So I teach class every single Tuesday from 3 to 5:30, as you can see in this banner. But it's also the last Saturday of every month. Jump on in the last Saturday of every month from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. All right? And then if you just click on any video like this video, jump on in the last. Wow, that's nice and loud. And you check it out. You're going to go right here to Tutoring time zone, and you can book anything you want. You can book a one-on-one if you like. A lot of people don't realize I do one-on-ones. They're $300 an hour, but you will get a lot out of it. My time is very valuable. Beginner's course is $100. If you click on it, it'll give you the option, right? Hit next, and it's going to tell you whether you want to take a Tuesday class here, right? Or look, this Saturday, next class is going to be the 25th. And for some reason, it looks like there's 2 Saturday classes. I guess my wife says it changes eventually, but so you can choose any Tuesday you want, or Saturday, the 25th of February from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. Eastern time. I'll be teaching class as well on Saturday. I teach class on Saturday. No days off, baby. No days off. Let's break down Bitcoin. Let's talk about it. If you're in my trading group, you already would have gotten an update, so you would have been ahead of the curve right now. And also I did an update last night, which was pretty in-depth, and that was out there on the YouTube channel too as well, which kind of has us where we're at. So let's take a look. Let's break it down. Here's the trade right now already, right? Idea that we'll get up to about 28,000. The last one hit 25K. It hit the target without hitting a stop loss. Our last trade played out absolutely beautifully. All right. So here's our secondary big boy trade. These take a while. The target will be 28,581. The stop loss is 22,960. All right. Or actually 880. 880. And actually it really could go lower than 880. Let's see here. Stop loss could really be like 22,006 because we know the 8s provide good support. Could we get it lower than this for the 3? Almost there. If you want 22.4 would be another good spot. But below these nodes and below, you know, and make sure this is a 3.3 to 3.5. So there's our idea. Risk 5% to gain 19. Not too bad. I like that. It's a 3.5 risk reward ratio. So remember that. That's the trade for BTC. All right. That's the trade that we have locked in. And again, we'll either get stopped out or we'll make bacon on the beach here. I like what we're seeing, but anything is possible, right? So right off the bat, I'm giving you exactly what I'm looking at with the entry, the stop loss, and the target. Again, nothing is financial advice. That's just my idea. You got to form your own idea. Your stop loss will be based on your own risk tolerance and your idea of where you're at in the trade. So look, Bitcoin, 1 hour time frame. Let's break it down. So you can see last night that I formed this idea that we're in this bigger channel possibly. We did lose this channel, and I kept it there just to show there could be a bearish retest of that area. And it kind of looks like that's what, you know, we did. We bearishly retest technically this, you know, support zone here. Bounce, 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 came back, bounce. That became, so previous support becomes new resistance. It's the beginning of the high volume node. Makes sense. We have a little bit of a, you know, a lack of volume here, and we fall down to the liquidity zone. But again, what do? We bounce off of the channel. Again, we respect this trend line, which is interesting, right? Let me raise this up and raise it down a little bit, but we respect this trend line. And again, this doesn't mean this has to be the pattern. I'm just, you know, hypothetically playing this out, and so far it is doing what it does. So we can get rid of this falling wedge that played out. Funny, I'm actually flattered. If the TA wasn't so good, he wouldn't have been asking for it, like, give it to me. So I'm actually, thank you for the compliment. I mean, he's like, dude, where's the Bitcoin update? Like, I need it, like I need food. So look, that's a double bottom that could break us to the upside. Your measured move would take you somewhere out of the channel to 24,500, break us back above this point of control, and that's kind of what we're looking for right now. So the 1 hour time frame suggests a move to the upside. It is oversold and pointing up. The 4 hour time frame in the middle, still with momentum. RSI is actually at a pretty low spot that could continue. That also wants to give us a move to the upside, right? However, last night we moved up. That rejection was really strange. I mean, out of nowhere. But again, what it was the oversold 1 hour that just took us to the downside. The 1 hour was very oversold last night. I expected us to stay in a flag. We gave up that flag. We broke right back down for the double bottom. Interesting. Very strange price action, but it is what it is. Bitcoin could do anything it wants at any given moment in time. All you do is trade probabilities. When you look at indicators, that's all you're doing. Nothing else, nothing more. Okay? Don't tell yourself you know where price action's going. That's a folly. You don't know anything. I know nothing but the fact of my own ignorance. I do not know where Bitcoin's going to go. All right? All right. Some say that Bitcoin rejection last night was due to Binance AU, where they closed all leverage positions. Golden bucket resistance was Binance Australia liquidation. Check their site. I mean, it looked like something weird happened for sure. So anyway, I see a double bottom in an oversold 1 hour time frame with 4 hour with legs. The 22 hour resetting. It's another pretty big sign to me that we could get a pretty nice move to the upside. Big wick on the 22 hour as well, showing buy pressure, right? And the volume kind of falling off while the price is falling off. Interesting to me. And look, previous resistance is becoming new support with a higher low. This is the low. This is your high. I believe that was your higher low. You just got to put in a higher high. You could even say high, low, higher high. You just got to put in a higher low than this somewhere. Anywhere in here, honestly, is a bullish sign. Even if we were to dip all the way out here and get stopped out, that would be your lower high, and you'd want to put in a higher low here. I mean, a higher high. So that would be your higher low, and you'd want to put in a higher high. See? So you have your high, higher low than this. So it started with this high, this low. This is a higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low. And you're in an uptrend. And when the trend does this, while you have low stochastics, it also reinvigorates the idea that you're going to have a higher low, because if the stochastics were up here and you were already starting to fall, you're like, wow, that's probably going to make a lower low. But if you don't have the gas on the stochastics to make the lower low, you can begin to not assume, I guess, but there's probability there that you're not going to get that shoot down to the downside. Anything is possible, but you see what I'm saying? What's the worst case scenario here? Worst case scenario is that, we've made some type of Adam and Eve double top. Like this is your Adam. This is kind of an Eve double top some way, some form. And we're coming to retest and we drop to the downside. This could be like considered an kind of a inverted cup and handle. This could be the handle breaking down. And we would have a measured move from basically the tip of the handle to the base. We'd break down out of this. We'd lose the point of control. We'd tussle with 22.4. We'd lose that, and we'd come to 21,300. So if we lose that, we'd go to 20,000. So those are our levels to watch, in my humble opinion. And that's our bearish scenario for Bitcoin. How we would know that's going to happen? Well, we'll start to get a red candle. I'll come on to the trading group because I'll see it, and I'll say I got to do an update for the group. I'll zoom into the 5, and I'll be watching smaller time frames, and we'll make a bear flag there that will give us a further move down. We'll make a continuation pattern on a smaller time frame. Do not worry, everybody. We'll know. We will know. I look at Bitcoin every 4 to 5 hours, and if there's an emergency, I jump right on in. It's in my pocket at all times. I look at it probably 3 to 5 times an hour. I'm not going to miss. It's unlikely. It's very rare that I'm at, I do have jury duty coming up, everybody. I do have jury duty coming up. I'm really a bit worried about it because it could ruin the streak. I don't know what's going to happen. I'm going to do everything I can. I don't hear that well. I have, attention deficit. I don't think I'm good to be in there. I'm not going to pay attention. I'll be probably looking at Bitcoin obsessively to the point of no return. I'm probably the last guy you want in there, but I'm dreading it. I've never done jury duty because I've moved from state to state and somehow it's never caught up to me, but I got jury duty coming. And again, it's my obligation. I'm going to do it. I make it very clear. I love being a citizen of America and I want to fulfill my responsibilities. All right. Are any of the American reports later today likely to cause big moves? No, not too bad. We got earnings coming out. Crypto Judge. Can you check Phantom, please? There's so many Sammy Cup and Handies. LOL. Wow. So That's your worst case scenario for Bitcoin. I just gave it to you, right? And showed you what I'm seeing. That could be kind of a cup and handy there. But I'm more bullish than bearish. All right. We just got to wait out the 15. 15's not amazing right now. It's overbought and giving us some signals of a dump. But look, the 7 could give us the short squeeze that we need. 7's in a bull pennant while the 15 minutes in turmoil. So we really need this 7 minute to pump. We need some type of short squeeze in the next hour to half an hour. So show me a short squeeze, even though I see no liquidity up here. Nobody trying to sell Bitcoin at the top. Everybody waiting on lower prices, 23.5. BOOKMAP suggesting we go lower. That's what BOOKMAP is suggesting. And isn't it nice that I don't ruin the show anymore with BOOKMAP? Who appreciates that? Who appreciates that? I was almost going to, it was almost going to be my legacy, right? The guy who streams behind BOOKMAP and does amazing TA that you can't see. Yeah, it was always good. Laugh regardless. Question, sir, why do you use the 7 minute chart? You seeing a nice wedge forming on the 5 minute? I'll slip into a long there. Yeah, I heard you did a full stream one day. Can anyone here help me? I missed the BOOKMAP TA. I didn't do a full stream. Come on. Why is Gala so undervalued, Sam? Gaming coin. Was looking to take advantage of the kimchi premium. I know, right? I know what that is. Don't question his use of the 7 minute. I know, right? BOOKMAP doesn't appreciate that. Yeah, BOOKMAP's like, dude, we want to take over your screen every time. You know, this is BOOKMAP, link in the description below. All right. And there's that long squeeze. I mean, we are expecting, BOOKMAP says we go lower. BOOKMAP says we go lower to 23.6, 23.4, and 23,300. That's what BOOKMAP wants. That's what BOOKMAP gets. BOOKMAP is a heat map with an order book. Just like you're looking at a infrared, camera that's showing you the heat where somebody is. If there's more people getting in, there's more heat. So the redder the order book, the more orders there are. So you can follow the colors and see how thick the order book is based on the colors. That's what BOOKMAP is. It's a heat map order book. It's beautiful. Shout out to the creators of BOOKMAP. Shout out to the whole team. Shout out to everybody here. Thank you for jumping on in. Link in the description below to BOOKMAP. You can get it at the least expensive through that link. So jump on into BOOKMAP today. And look, you can put Link. You can put Doge. You can watch anything you want. Some of the top 20 main coins. Not tons of coins, but the main ones. You can also use it for stocks and anything you want. Global Plus. And it has liquidations. You can find the liquidation indicator as a jar file that gets added in. It's amazing. So shout out to BOOKMAP doing its thing. Multiple connections hanging in there. A lot of people don't know how to set up BOOKMAP. How to set up your BOOKMAP. All right, so BOOKMAP will come here with a plus. But if you don't make a connection, you won't have any pluses. So the first thing you have to do is configure your connections. So you're going to go over to configure. You're going to find, I like BOOKMAP data for Bitcoin, but if you want whatever exchange you want, Binance futures, right? And what you're going to do, first you're going to hit active, right? Then you're going to hit add a connection, okay? Reconfigure existing connection, create a new connection, all right? You could create a new one. Once you do that, you'll scroll down here and you have BitMEXC, Bitflyer, right? So you go down here, you'll find the one you want. You'll hit add connection. It'll add the connection that you added, okay? So I added Binance futures. I like to add BOOKMAP data. BOOKMAP data is amalgamated information from 3 exchanges, so it's good to have, right? So I had BOOKMAP data. Boom. So once you've done that, you have a connection added here. You're good to go, okay? So look, if I want to add Bookstamp, I can click on it, and now I have Bitstamp there, right? Okay? And the connection, I could add connection. Bang. You could just keep adding more connections if you want. I already have an active connection, but it's saying, do you want another one? Okay? Once you have a connection added, you're going to go here, and you're going to pick the platform that you just added. That's going to be it. And then you're going to pick, the asset that you want. Multi-book exchange. Right? And then you're going to pick your asset. All the way from SHIB to Atom to AVAC to Bitcoin to DOT to Matic to SOL to XRP to ETH. Okay? These are kind of your options here. And then you could change the actual tick size from 0.1 to 1. 1 will, be a little smaller. Subscribe to that tick size. And the smaller the tick size, the more liquidation, they'll show you bigger or smaller liquidations. Like if you only want to see 1,000, then you can even put the amount of money that you want in there and all that fun stuff. And that's how you kind of configure Bookmap. Pretty simple, right? The liquidation indicator is a little different. It's a jar file that you add. I believe you hit add, and then it's going to ask you to add a jar file. You're going to find the jar file and just hit open from your download section, and that's how it's going to be able to add that connection for you. All right? If someone could then clip this out and put this into the trading group, it would be amazing. Thank you for the love. Okay, so Bitcoin in a 7-minute flag here, kind of a cup and handle, isn't it not? Major resistance for Bitcoin at 24,150. Can't seem to get back above it. And now it's, playing along and losing 24,000. So Bookmap having, Bitcoin sounds like Bookmap. Can you look at band, please? Looking spicy. Wanted your take. Thank you and God bless. P.S. Just found your channel last month. Loving the content. Shout out to Ed McCracken, an Irish brother. Appreciate you, Ed. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate you for being here. May your Celtic blood run through the world, my friend. Amen. Shout out to everybody here. That didn't sound right. I don't want your blood running through the streets. You know what I mean? May you spread the joy of your Celtic heritage around the world is what I meant to say in the nicest way possible. Shout out to you, my friend. And we're coming up on St. Patrick's Day, so I'm just getting the love. I'm getting that feeling. St. Patty's, baby. St. Patty's. St. Patty's Day. So here's the deal. What do I see happening for Bitcoin today, Thursday? Lower liquidity, more fear in the market just because the week's been a little strange. Earnings is kind of throwing off the market too as well. What Sammy really meant is give me your blood. You're funny. Shepherd's pie and Guinness all day long, baby. All day long. Shout out to all the beautiful souls on the live stream. 787 people, 373 likes. Apparently you guys didn't believe my whole like spiel about how the likes help you. 400 people believe that the likes aren't for them. I'm telling you, if you hit a like, it's going to help your own life. It's going to enhance your life. It's just how it is. You own crypto. You want more people to know about cryptocurrency. Hitting the like button is going to do that for you. It's going to accomplish a goal and dream of yours. Do it, baby. Do it. Let's get the likes all the way up to the watchers. I would greatly appreciate the love. Thank you so much. 790 beautiful people on the live. Let's go, baby. Let's go. So look, clear as day, we have a heavy resistance now for Bitcoin. You can see we've hit it 24,229. Resistance. We can't get above that zone. Bitcoin must make a high above 24,574 now. That's going to be our thorn in the side. Like, we're going to have to break above that high. We're going to have to replace this high to remain bullish. Double bottom suggests that we may. The 1 hour oversold is okay. The 7-minute does want to make a bit of a bounce here. From what we know, it does look like a short squeeze may be coming. Does this have descending triangle vibes, though? To me, it kind of does. It's a little bearish, It's kind of hybridish. It's got some descending triangle vibes. It's not 100% because it's mainly more like a symmetrical triangle. The 15-minute is what's got me, it's overbought and it's hanging up here. And we're not able to get above resistance. So does the 15-minute have to make some type of double bottom first? Is this some type of shoulder, head, and really weird shoulder? I've seen that play out. So I'm going to watch the 7-minute in Bookmap to see what goes on here. All right. I gave you the bearish scenario is we'll start to drop. We'll make a red candle. We'll dump on the 15. Then we'll make some type of smaller flag here. Uptrending flag, and we'll begin to bearishly retest, and we'll dump further down. This would be the indication to short the market here. 1 hour suggested it's not happening, but you never know. We'll take a look at a short, even though I don't want to. That's usually when it could possibly play out. When we're bullish, I don't look at a short at all. I don't even consider it, right? When I look at a short, you got to heed it because you're like, why is he even looking at it? I only look at things. I don't want to waste my time or your time, so I don't want to look at something unless it actually has a probability of playing out. I don't want to waste my time. That's why I don't look at shorts when it's pointless. I look at shorts when there's more likelihood of them possibly playing out, right? 3S token here for Bitcoin, and all the other 3S tokens will follow suit. So just like Bitcoin, if we flip it upside down, Bitcoin is doing this, which is interesting because this is the same pattern that the short's in, right? Now, the short, I bet, is oversold in the 15-minute. Why? Because Bitcoin is overbought on the 15-minute. See that? So this could be the 15 minutes, really the time frame to watch, because it's going to get whatever move we need to get started. If the short starts to pump, it's going to be the 15 minute. If the long starts to pump, it's going to be that 7, right? But eventually it will bleed into that 15. So we're going to watch the short, possibly could get a move here. Tight moving averages and oversold on the stochastics. All right. What I'm not a fan of, and what I don't love, is the idea that if we take a look, the 1 hour time frame's overbought on that short, but it could, and you got a bit of a double top here with wicks. This is good faith that the double bottom for Bitcoin should play out, this bigger one. We should get this here, and we should get our move back to the upside. So a bit of a standstill. I can see how a lot of people are confused today, and they're not sure what to do. They're not sure whether to short or long, and a lot of people have been liquidated this week, and they're kind of in shock. I'll give you that. But, when I'm that high in the 1 hour and pinned, it tells me that the only time I would play this short is the 15 minute. So I would short the 15 minute and the 15 minute only. This would be a 15 minute scalp on the short, and that would be it. That looks like the highest probability play at the moment, but again, it doesn't look it also doesn't look like the best play, because you have bigger time frames not in your favor. So right now, for the next hour to hour and a half, I believe the short is the highest probability, but let's see. The beauty would be if the short makes this double top here. That confirms a double bottom for Bitcoin. The short dumps on the 1 hour time frame, and Bitcoin begins to pump, right? I believe that's the most likely scenario. We get a tiny pump on the short, we get rejected here, and we dump to the downside. But we don't know. So again, insurance short at the moment, in case, right? Worst comes to worst, it's a tiny stop. We flip bullish, and we get that ride back to the top of the channel. So that's what I'm looking at for Bitcoin today. And I'll reconvene, at the end of the live stream to see where we're at in about an hour. And I'll also be doing updates in the trading group, probably 2, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock. And then we sit together tonight for the weekly screen share every single Thursday night from 6:15 to 8:15, everybody. We spend 2 hours together as a trading group. And I go over a lot of things that I'm looking at, long-term ideas. We're going to go over the update of my AI portfolio and what I'm building, a long-term AI portfolio. I'm going to key you in on that. I'm going to show you what I'm doing, where I'm at with it, and what's happening. So it's going to be a blast. Then we also go over token metrics. We do a lot. We spend a lot of time together. It was 3.5 hours last week. It was insane. I also record it in case you need it at another time, in case you have to leave in the middle, in case you can't show up tonight. A lot of people say it's worth the $99 alone, because they're technically $25 sessions. I mean, sitting with me for 2 hours, hanging out. We have a blast. It's awesome. We also go over, stuff of like discipline, and I talk about my life, and we just have a blast. It's a really intimate, awesome time. The weekly screen share every single Thursday night from 6:15 to 8:15, and I can't wait to be there with each and every one of you. And it's private. It's only private with the lifers. And I do drink lemon water all the time. Do you still hold a bag of Haka? I do still hold a bag of Haka. It's funny that you know that. How do you know that? You must be from back in the day. Oops, double post. No worries, we love you. You're good to go. Screen share is legit my favorite part of the group. Shout out to Mira. It's so intimate. Shout out to Fingbook, 800 plus friends. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for coming on in. So you can see what I believe is happening for Bitcoin. I would watch the short. I don't have tons of faith in it, but the probability says that that's the only thing that could play out. You're oversold and you're in a tight channel. With moving averages pretty tight, a golden cross about to happen on the 15 minute. Bitcoin takes a tumble, this short would pump. What we're looking for is if the short does pump, what I'm predicting is the short does pump or go kind of sideways, makes a double top. Bitcoin makes the double bottom here, falls down, double bottoms, and we make our way on out of here back to the top of the channel. And the 1 hour plays out like it's supposed to. All right. And that's kind of it for me, for Bitcoin. Don't really have to do much else right now on that. And then this is the idea for a possible move. So not only do I give my projection and prediction, but I also give a possible idea that could make change. Right? It's not just like a lot of people just like, this could happen, and they walk away. I'll tell you what could happen, but I also give you an asset that could possibly take advantage of the move. It's up to you. You have to learn this yourself. Learn what an S token is. Understand the inverse relationship. Understand how they operate and move together. And put all that, use that sauce in your, your special sauce. And there you go. All right. So that is Bitcoin in a bit of a nutshell for you and me. I get as much joy out of this as you do. I love going over the charts and breaking it down. We talked about Man AI in the golden pocket, right? Man, Matrix AI in the golden Paquito, all right? And again, I've seen golden pockets dump to the 706, 886. It doesn't mean it's guaranteed to bump, but majority of the time, the golden pocket is a really good place to watch something. Like if I'm going to accumulate, I'm not jumping into big red, green candles at the top, right? I'm going to be jumping in to the golden Paquito. All right. I did say the Paquito, don't laugh. It is what it is. All right. SYLO. Possible coin that bumps up to the 200 SMA. Not much gasoline left. But hey, as they get closer and closer, it's only a matter of time usually till something big is going to occur. SYLO also just got some sauce. It was rated one of the top 10 coins under 10 million. All right. Top 10 coins under 10 mil with 100x potential, right? I'll be nice enough to show you right now. I'll just flash it for you. A lot of alpha and good alpha here in the trading group. A lot of good alpha. Shout out to Miss Teen Crypto, whoever watched our interview last night on the price report. How y'all liking the price report? I haven't asked everybody, how do you like the new show on the channel every single Wednesday night? The price report. Let me know if you've been loving it. Is there anyone you want to see in the show? Let me know. Let me know. So yeah, we have this data here, the top 10 promising projects with market caps under 10 million. All right. And there's SYLO sitting there at $9.5 million. You got Sora, Mancium. Network is hot. Network is a known one that pumps. Cirrus is another known one that was good last run. Cream, first kind of coin that eventually got me into cake. Moose Polka Bridge we've traded before. AFYN, I don't know that coin. And Suku, I know as well. Top 10 promising projects with market cap under 10 million. And team, could we make something? Sean, can we make something like this? Let me know. We could make some stuff like this. I have a few coins that we could talk about. I wouldn't mind. I like these little charts. Let's see if we can make one of these. We'll make a dummy one for now, and then I'll be able to give you the coins later on. You could just name, random coins. Just call them Rocket Coin, Mars Coin, whatever you want. You could even do planets right now just to fill it in, like Saturn, Mars, and then once we know the coin. But if we could make it look cooler, like a little fresher, like with the metaversey colors, like the pinky and the purpley and that dark essence, that'd be cool. Just something I'm throwing out there. If we could do that, let me know. Let me know. Smartest 19-year-old I've ever seen. Crypto Cash in the house. She was amazing, wasn't she? Like I was like, this person's 19 years old. Like I realized she's on another level. Like she's meant for something big in her life. Like God has a plan for that girl. Would be dope to have the gainers in a graph like that. Interesting. Can you please put the bookmap setup tutorial in the learning library for the lifers? Thank you. Yes, you could do it too. Are you in the group? You could do it. You could clip it out right now, and then you could just send it to Love Learning or me. She turned 20, actually. If you can interview Bitbender from Gala, okay? We'll talk to the team. Miss Teen should run for president. Look at Jupiter, huge 100x potential. You're funny. AI tokens on a chart like that would be dope. Haven't seen the interview yet, but see her on ATB. Smart chick. Please check out Link and Phantom. Thank you. Gareth on the price report. We'll get Gareth. I'd love to see Crypto Mason on the price report after hours. I like you to practice interviews in broadcasting. Haven't seen it, but I'm sure the energy is there. Yeah, everyone, come on. I haven't seen it. Wow, so a lot of people come to the live just for the live. But look, every single Wednesday, I mean, it's not on the banner, so nobody would know. I don't know, maybe we could include it here. And every Wednesday, the price report, like in this section here, we could do it maybe. But every single Wednesday, I do the price report, all right? And we've done Miss Teen Crypto, Forrest, Frankie Candles, Blockchain Crusader, right? Kelly Kellum. And we've done even more. We've done Jason Casper. We've done Crypto Blood. And we've done Sin City Crypto. So we've done 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of these episodes, I can't believe it, 8 of these episodes in the playlist that should say the price report right here. And you can watch all the price reports, and they're awesome. They're awesome. And we break down a lot of amazing data. I would check it out today. All right. All right. So you see what's going on for Bitcoin. I'm excited for it. SYLO looks like it could be the next big gainer in the space. Possible bit of a double bottom here. Right? It's got double bottom vibes. It's above the point of control. The 50's coming for that daily. 200 SMA. You know what happens when we get above that 200 SMA on the daily time frame? You just had a golden cross here on the 22. The 22 looks like it wants to bang, boom, boom, boom to the upside. So I like what we're looking at here for SYLO. I would keep SYLO on the radar. I wouldn't be amazed if SYLO did something crazy. And honestly, it doesn't really have much resistance up until it gets to like that node there, and it has a gap in the VRVP. See the gap in the VRVP here? That's definitely something you want to pay attention to here. This gap. All right. So I like what I'm seeing for SYLO. Again, smaller time frame entries would have to be figured out. This is an overall view of the 22. I actually hold this coin from a long time ago. Put it in a wallet or put it on an exchange on another KuCoin account for basically kind of like left it there for a long time. SYLO, interesting. Not a lot of money, so I didn't really think about it. SYLO, but just to disclose, I do believe I own some SYLO. Actually, I think it all got sold off at one point. But so SYLO looking interesting to me. And it has that daily SMA above it too as well. SYLO is definitely something I would keep on the radar. SYLO. All right. Okay. Awesome. It's amazing. Bring Crypto Cheeky in the show. There's so many authors in Boston. Boston has so many writers that Lifer could interview. Authors. Interesting. Just noticed the DXY and S&P. Ouch. ABTR block. Doing that now. Going to keep an eye on SYLO. How those IO coins doing? Sammy the Legend, baby. Shout out to PS5, the future of gaming in the house. God bless you. Now there's Casbah and there's Casper. We put out Casper not too long ago here in this symmetrical triangle. And I found out my mouse was broken, everybody. I replaced the mouse with another mouse. It's sad. And I ordered 2 more of the same mouse today. So that's what I have to do. You never know. So I had to spend $50 and order 2 of these mice. And I had to get rid of my old mouse. Kind of sad. But you know what it was? It kept falling off onto the ground, and it fell too many times, and it banged, and this wheel started, like when I did this, I don't know if you noticed, if you go watch my other live streams, every time I would open up a chart, it would do like this. And I'd have to keep scrolling. And finally I was like, is that like, so I finally just got a different mouse and was like, man, this isn't happening anymore. So I apologize. Anyone sat through that the last week or two. It was annoying. We're not going to see that anymore. I'm taking care of that. So this morning I said enough is enough. So this thing boomed. It went up 22%, as you can see, came back down, but it did make gains. This is called Casper, not Caspa, right? This has some talk of the town going on for it, right? So a lot of these coins have the same idea. They were in these little symmetricals. They broke out. Then they came right back inside the pattern for a breakout fake out. What I do is when I see that, I just act like it never, ever left the pattern. And I taught myself this. You just kind of erase this. You just act like you never saw it. And you just play it as if the pattern was exactly the same way as it was beforehand. Now, the 22-hour says it could come back down. The daily has gas. I like what the daily's doing. And all the time frames are pretty low, and it's handling this support zone. So what you want to see is this just hold the zone. But this looks like it could make a move. CSPR. I would definitely keep CSPR on the radar, okay? I would keep CSPR on the radar, as well as SYLO. Low cap gems on KuCoin, they can make moves very fast. They're above point of control. High volume node. It can get to that volume area high pretty fast in the VRVP. The only thing kind of holding it back is the 22-hour. That could get flipped by the 4-hour time frame, and we see some movement. So Casper on my radar. Definitely Casper on the radar, which is CSPR on beautiful KuCoin. And everybody, Sign up to KuCoin today with the link in my description. Not sure how many people have, but I've been live streaming for 3 years. Seems like I have more people that have signed up to MEXC Global than KuCoin. It doesn't make any sense. I don't know if my link wasn't working, but if you want to trade on KuCoin, sign up to KuCoin today. There is an idea that most people already had a KuCoin account anyway, but a lot of new people, I don't get a lot of new KuCoin signups. It's weird. And I use KuCoin every day, and almost 90% of the coins, 90%, not almost 90% of the coins that we trade are on KuCoin. And we hit gains constantly. So if you're going to use KuCoin, hit the link in the description below. I'd greatly appreciate it. Thank you for the love. Thank you, Lifer fam, for the 474 likes. Let's get the likes up to the watchers. You can always make a new account and transfer your funds to a new account with the link if you want. If you want to have good karma, that'd be awesome. But you don't have to. I appreciate the love. But KuCoin, man, it's the spot. It's just sad that I love KuCoin, but not a lot of volume. Pivx for 22% since yesterday. First 99 trade. Thanks, Liver. FKX. Oh, wow. FKX went up. Shout out to my man, Medi K, for the love, brother. Yeah, we use ALTRADY. That's why we don't use the KuCoin interface. All right? All the interfaces on the exchanges aren't the best, okay? They really aren't. That's why we use ALTRADY. And ALTRADY, essential features that exchanges don't provide. Try it for free for 14 days. All right. I know the owner and the guy who created ALTRADY from the beginning. ALTRADE, real-time position P&L. It'll tell you exactly what's happening to your P&L. Trade on multiple exchanges at once. From Huobi to KuCoin to Binance to Kraken, you name it. You'll have access to all your exchanges in one place. Stay up to date with real-time crypto alerts. Advanced trading. All right. And the advanced trading default orders are fine, but with advanced orders, you can create ladders, trailing stops, and even one cancel the other orders, whatever you want. Crypto-based scanner, which will scan the market for you and automatically find great markets to trade. Pretty nice. And a crypto market scanner. Use the quick scan to find fast price changes on any market. And real-time price alerts, too. I mean, this thing is at your beck and call. A profile manager, trade-based analytics, trading view charts, a grid bot, signal bot, trading features, market watch list, flexible layouts, integrated trade journal, and more. Okay? Journaling is useful for everyday life, but it's also important to keep track of your thoughts when you trade. I'm telling you right now, this is so important. All right? Jump on it today. I use ALTRADY. All right? I absolutely love them. They're awesome. They have so much more going on than all the other AI APIs, and they've never had any issues security-wise. I also stand by their security 100%. ALTRADY, baby. ALTRADY. All right? All right, let's jump on into the super chats and the coins today. Let's take a look at the total market cap and all of cryptocurrency. But Casper also on my radar. Let's take a look at total USDT here. I can't wait for tonight and the weekly screen share. Feels like it comes so fast. I put USDT because I'm just so used to doing that. So let's look at the total market cap. Remember, we decided we did not want to get closed inside my green box. We kept saying, do not put us in the green box. We don't belong in the green box. Don't put us in the box. Don't put us in a box. So look, we're still in this rising wedge, clear as day. Rising wedges break down 68% of the time. All right. However, previous resistance becomes new support here inside of this channel. All right. So I like what I'm seeing. At the end of the day, we still have this idea that I'm pointing out too, that we could be in this type of pennant. Something like this. All right. And that's what I have drawn for Bitcoin. So total market cap so far has held the $1 trillion level really, really nicely. Same idea here is probably the 15-minute needs to come down. This is a really good sign. Look how much the 15-minute has come down, and it hasn't given it off. We just want this 15-minute to flip, have the 1 hour, the 7, and the 15-minute below, and then we can get this bounce back to the upside here. All right. Everyone's saying it was some type of shady liquidation in Australia that caused a lot of this move. A big boy got liquidated. It forced the liquidation. We bounced right back up. I see this flag bouncing back to the upside here. The 1 hour taking us to the top of the channel, at least for today. Then we're on low liquidity Friday, and things will be kind of soft. We'll see what happens, although we've been getting Bitcoin pumps on Fridays. $1.088 trillion looks like the next move here for the market cap. This double bottom with the higher low, low, high, higher low. You got to put in a higher high to keep the trend alive. So we're just waiting on this 15-minute, just like Bitcoin. We're just waiting on this 15-minute, making sure it doesn't take us down too hard. And then we want to see this 7-minute. Just, oh, wow, the 7 minutes getting ready for a short squeeze. I'm telling you right now, it's very highly likely that sometime before I end the stream, we get a nice short squeeze to the upside. Even though we don't even see much liquidity here, there's more liquidity down here. I'm getting deja vu of how many times on this channel we've seen the 7-minute start to move, the 15-minute get pinned without losing, 15 minutes going down, but we're not losing the move. This is getting interesting to me. I'm getting deja vu. Again, maybe we get wicked down and it doesn't happen. It's not 100%. But definitely pay attention to this. We could get a massive move, or at least up to this resistance area, and then we got to break through this. We don't want to make the M pattern. We could make it M and break down, and I'll keep you privy to that on the 15-minute. So just pay attention. Pay attention to what's happening here. Shout out to everybody here on the live. This is something that we have to watch. So total market cap, similar idea here, and then this will happen tonight and tomorrow, and then we'll be able to kind of reassess what's happening. Let's take a look at the DXY. All right, let's take a look at our dollar index. So right off the bat, remember the dollar index is forming this rising wedge that I want to break to the downside. Rising wedges break down, but they could go parabolic. A lot like Bitcoin, how you had this resistance, then you came back up inside the loop. It's interesting, right? The measured move would take you down to where this began, or actually, I guess the first measured move would take you to here. That would be the first stop on the rising wedge. Then you could go lower, really, technically, to this lower point, but we shall see. So, what do I see happening for the dollar index? Well, let's take a look at our 15. 15 minutes getting overbought again on the way up. We want to see this get resistance and break back down. So, as Bitcoin, looks like we kind of have a minutiae, like a chop day. Looks like Bitcoin will kind of go up and down and chop. The dollar index may go up and down and chop. What we don't want to see is this flag break out for the dollar index. It's not going to be a good sign. If it does break out, it's going to take us to about 105.18, and that's something we're going to have to watch very, very closely, all right? So we don't want to see us break this resistance point for the dollar. That's going to be messy. 104.67 is resistance, 677, of course, on the 77s. Let me jump back into the chat just to kind of make sure everyone's alive out there. Not only was my birthday excellent, I might have had a girl that I have known forever falling for me. Don't know if it's a fling or something more, but I'm very happy. She's sweet. You're funny. Well, God bless you, man. God bless you. 777 watches in the live. Love you, lifers. Ben Merzick wrote, Bringing Down the House and Accidental Billionaires, which were made in 2021 on the social network. He would be a good interview. He lives in Boston. You're funny. 25,000 today, yes or no? I don't know. No, I know nothing but the fact of my own ignorance. Sam, do you use a trading bot? If so, which one can you recommend? If not, that is fine too. Thank you. I do not use trading bots. I do not. After 15K loss from 3 commas, I'll never use an API again. Amen, Brian Ferris. Amen. I feel you. Can you check Sandbox? I mean, I still use an API, but I get it. I lost 11K, so I'm right there with you. I'm right there with you. Shout out to the chat. We got to get this chat moving. It's not moving fast enough. All right? So we want to ask a few questions. What is your favorite coin? What's your favorite coin? Let me know what your favorite coin is. My favorite coin, or your favorite 3 coins, because not everyone can have one coin. But what's your favorite 3 coins? My favorite 3 coins, I'm going to have to say Cardano is one of my favorite coins. I just like Charles Hoskinson's, and I like what he does. Bitcoin is one of my favorite coins. And what else is my other? And I'll have to throw, and I like Naka. No, Wild. That's going to be my outlier. What are your 3 favorite coins? Let me know in the comment section below. What are your 3 favorite coins? We got Bitcoin ADA and AGX. We got Bitcoin and Link. All right. We got Bitcoin ETH and ADA. We got Near, Moonbeam, and Gala. We got Algorand, Phantom, and Moed, Myota. We got ArcBlock. We got Link, Flux, and Matic. Ooh. We got Gala, ADA, and Wild. We got BNT, BTC, HNT, and Ergo. We got ADA, Algo, and BTC. We got Naka. We got ILV. We got DYDX. Bitcoin, ETH, and Doge. XRP, Bitcoin, and Flux. Alluvium. We got ADA, AGX, and Flux. Bitcoin Connect. You're funny, man. The Bit Connect coin. This guy. I can't believe I caught that. Big Ethereum and Elon. We got Solana. Matic, Ethan, and Adula. We got EWT. ADA, XLM, and Ethereum. XRP, Everdome, and Theta. Quant. LTC, Digibyte, and Ethereum. Zchain, HBAR, and XRP, or Zcash. Quant. EWP, Quant. Carlos. All right, we get you. Don't get hit off by the mods. Potcoin, Nano, Floki, Hi, MAYC. Hi, BOYC. Hi, Doodles. Bless G. Hi, AVAX, Cake, and Adam. Wow. Whatever pays the bill, stack McChange. Amen. H-Bar, Algo, and Jasmine. Ooh, I like Jasmine too. Something tells me to get a bag of Jasmine for the long haul. You know what I mean? Something tells me to get a bag of Jasmine for the long haul. So let's take a look at DXY right now and form what's happening. Let's take a look at what's happening on the DXY. So the DXY, 15-minute pointing to the upside, right? The measured move would take us to 105, but could we get rejected? Let's take a look at our stochastics here on the 1 hour. They're bending, suggesting we do get a bit of a pump too as well. The 4 hour time frame is oversold though. Do we have a bearish divvy? We do have bearish divergence, do we? Kind of an exaggerated bearish divergence. Is that is flat, but that swings up. It kind of swings down too as well. Or it's pretty much flat and a little more downtrend. Slight, but not enough. I'd like a stronger bearish divvy. So this does suggest we could get a move on the dollar. But again, the dollar could pump with Bitcoin. I know you don't believe me, but lately, and eventually they will uncorrelate. They won't correlate forever, but every once in a while they will uncorrelate. So we're going to watch this. We want to see this 15-minute roll us over. We want to see the 15-minute roll over this 1 hour, like the 1 hour come up a little bit and then just dump on us. We don't want to see the dollar index breaking above 104.65. That, we want to see this rising wedge break to the downside. Break to the downside. Okay? Very, very important. Why am I being throttled? Why are they throttling me? Stop throttling me, YouTube. I saw what you just did. You do it again. You do it again. We're going to have, don't do it again. I'm telling you right now. I saw what you just did. Don't do it again. All right? Don't do it again. All right. Oh, word. The groceries finally came. Amazing. AGLD, I put this out not too long ago. Looks like it hit the target. Came back down and bounced. But when did I put out AGLD? We probably already rejoiced on this pump. So look, on 216, I put out AGLD in this tight channel. Look, never hit the stop loss, bang to the upside. These are just the type of trades that we find in the trading group. See that? Boom, never hit the stop loss, did come back down, but look, still would never have lost you any money from the entry, which is pretty insane. No stop loss got hit in the making of that trade. Now, if you can see what it's doing, it's respecting a new zone. So, AGLD. And I believe we put this out already, and if we didn't, oh well. It's gone now. But look, boom, boom, boom. And again, I used to like I'd erase an old move that I made, but it's old now. She's so sweet, man. So look, we're starting to get into this tighter channel for AGLD. Previous resistance became new support at 56 cents. So you got that going for you. 1 hour may need to reset, which is nice because that could take us to the bottom of the pattern. So this would be my entry, or if it breaks out, a retest of this zone would be my entry. These two places would be two places I would like to get back into AGLD if it has bacon on the beach and this thing could make a move. I'd be watching this closely as it's showing signs of strong support from the last time we traded it. AGLD, not to be confused with EGLD. The 1 hour is a little overbought, so it's not perfect for me. 4 hour as well. I bet that 22 in the daily could they're okay. Okay, it's a little far. Let's look at the daily. Little far away from the 21 day, but maybe some more lateral behavior. Definitely something I would start watching though. And it might consolidate for a while, like a couple more days or a week even. But I'm going to start watching AGLD again. And this is what I do. I go beginning to watch, then I'll update it again in a few days. And then eventually you'll see like my idea and what's happening. And then I like taking you through the process of my brain as I'm observing a chart and then walking through how the chart progresses and then continuing to, I call it stalking a chart, right? You're not letting it go. And that's why I tell my students too, like the trade starts way before the trade. See, this is what I talk about throttling. Something's going on here. See, they're going down. They're dropping down the viewership in the middle of the stream. They're saying it has less concurrent viewers than it is. Like, I don't know what this is. But then it flips right back up when I call it out. See that? Someone's doing it. I don't know what they're doing. I don't know what it means. I don't know if it's an algorithm thing. I don't know what it is, but I don't like it. And I don't want to see it again, Anyway, shot and look, right then it went back to 77 as if like it was God's will. So weird. Interesting. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Appreciate each and every one of you for jumping on in, sharing your most precious asset with me, and that is your time. You people are absolutely amazing. I love spending 2 hours with you every single time, baby. Every single time. Gotta love AGLD. Alron back in the day was my first 1 million win in crypto. Shout out to Wellesley Parker, man. God bless you. That's awesome. Can you check VXV, bro? Thanks, and have a great day. Hey, Crypto Lifer, very recently started watching your channel and could give me your thoughts on USD optimism. It looks like it might be entering price discovery. We traded it this morning for massive gains. We traded the 2L token for moves. Optimism. And I have a chart right here, and optimism is up. And you can see since we posted it, it's up 9 to 14% on the way to the target with a breakout. It clearly broke this level. Optimism making a move. No stop loss got hit in the making of this trade. Optimism breaking out on the 22-hour time frame. I put it out to the trading group, right? Has legs in the 22. Just getting started on that daily. Will eventually get some extended. It is in what's called price. Basically, I mean, once it crosses this, it will go into price discovery, 293. I mean, and the time to buy this thing was at 55 cents, 75 cents, $1. We were going over this. It's done a 6X, a 3X. Thing is in the money right now. Optimism. We also explained why optimism was going up, because you can stake your ETH. Staking your ETH without having 32 in the pool is a good thing, you know? This could also fall back. We don't know. Nothing's guaranteed. We take a look at our 4-hour time frame. It's a little spent, and it's at resistance. This may have to flag out or retest or get one more push up. We'll see. Let's look at our 15. 15-minute is in a bit of a flag that could make bacon on the beach. So I'd watch this 15-minute flag here for optimism. Might actually be a quick little pump. Also, we're watching Bitcoin. We're waiting on that short squeeze. Still hugging 23,890 though. And again, the liquidity does say that we go lower. The liquidity says we go lower. However, the book is starting to get less and less. You can see the orders are starting to be removed. It was thicker before. Like this line was thicker than it was. Someone's starting to play. Look, that liquidity just got placed here. Someone just added a bar here. And now liquidity is starting to get built. I would not, I'm telling you right now, I have a sixth sense, like a bloodhound, that there's going to be a short squeeze in the next like half an hour. But I could be wrong. It's just a sense. And you don't trade on feelings and sense. But the sense comes from watching these indicators so many, and they're just starting to give me deja vu. They're starting to give me deja vu. Optimism would fall. That move for Bitcoin up another 12% on the 15-minute. Looks pretty nice right there for a scalp of the 15. Bigger time frames say they need to cool off at one point, but it is already beginning to break out. If you're in the trading group, you already got this. You didn't have to ask about it. You already got it. You knew it was happening for optimism. And yesterday here at 3:16 p.m., 8-hour wants more. 1 hour may need to reset. Set alerts on the 1 hour time frame for optimism. I was even nice enough to then give the 2L trade, which is up 27 odd some odd percent gains as well. So shout out to everybody jumping on in. And honestly, there wasn't a lot of amazing gains the last day or two. The market was a little tighter, and watching price action and waiting for, the minutes. And so, we had to be a little more speculative of what we were looking at. Mirror Protocol, please, $10 million market cap. Anchor losing steam. I mean, Anchor had a huge pop. Said they were doing something. Anchor was doing something with, was it Sony? Right? I would love to get you on the show and talk DeFi Kingdoms, baby. So much going on. Team is grinding. Combat coming soon. Jewel coming to a sex. Love you, brother. Shout out to Crypto Grady, man. Email cryptolifers@gmail. That's my wife, and she's my manager. And then she handles all requests. I cannot handle the requests. I will mess them up. I won't be there. I will mess up the schedule. I'm so focused on Bitcoin. She will take your name down. I'll tell her it's Grady. She'll pencil you in. My team will figure it out, and we will get me on whatever channel you want me on, baby. We'll do it. As long as it fits with what we're doing. And I already know you guys, so yeah. Gala is bound to explode at some point. They just signed a deal to buy 150 of the biggest games, and we know that gaming is getting big. AGIX and Phantom Bro, can you show it? Send a super chat, please. Send in a super chat for TAs and deep dives, my friends. Thank you so much for the love. So optimism. Bang, bang, bang. Okay, so I lost a lot of money on DeFi Kingdoms. Not touching it again. Yikes. Coinbase has its own chain base built with optimism. We talked about it. Base chain. We went over it earlier today already. We've gone over that news for you. Right off the bat, we touched about on that news. Other channels are going to be late to the party. We're giving you the news every single day, and that brings us to the news at 11:32. We're going to jump on into the news, everybody. Thank you so much for jumping on in as we bring you the news. And here we go with the news. Thank you. Dang it. Crypto markets recently flipped from seeing outputs to inflows. According to the on-chain analytics, Glassnode sector has been seeing only outflows since April. This is big news. Crypto now seeing capital inflows of $4.5 billion per month on Glassnode. And bang, bang, bang. And that will get you guys hitting the comment section. That'll get you guys. All you got to do is make a mistake. People love going in, hey, and people are trying to help too. Hey, you're muted, you're muted. So that's a big deal. Money is flowing back into crypto, says the data, says the on-chain data for Glassnode. Breaking, FTX founder Sam Bankman-Fried hit with 12 new charges. This is what I want to hear. You know, I don't want to see these people, bad actors getting away is not a good look. FTX founder Sam Bankman-Fried faces 12 new charges related to fraud and money laundering. Okay? Federal court now superseding indictment against Sam Bankman-Fried, the founder of the cryptocurrency. What are they, you know? In addition, 2 former executives at Alameda have been pled guilty to fraud charges and agreed to cooperate. Carolyn Ellison and Gary Wang. So they're dropping dimes on the dude. You know what I mean? And look at all the donors here. The largest individual donors. George Soros. Sam Bankman-Fried was the second biggest donor to the Democratic Party. They said he gave to both, actually, Democrats and Republicans, both. But he gave so much money to so many people. Are they going to give that money back? That's what we're asking for. Are they going to give that money back? What is happening? You know what I mean? So just something to think about. But yeah, more charges. I like to see that. I don't want to see him get away with being grimy. All right. And Coinbase launches Layer 2 blockchain Base to provide on-ramp for Ethereum, Solana, and others. Crypto exchange Coinbase launched Base, a Layer 2 network built on Optimism's OP stack to attract millions of new customers in the coming years. The testnet of Base was started by Coinbase on Thursday. Coinbase is joining Optimism as a core developer. This is going to make Optimism hot. This is going to help Coinbase. This is a really smart move, you know, because they're going to make sure that they have an onboard network in their own chain. Super smart idea. Base chain by Coinbase. You know, I'm not always been a huge fan of Coinbase, but they've been around a long time. They've done everything as best as they can, government and regulation-wise, and they've also dealt with a lot of red tape. So shout out to Coinbase sticking with us and kicking it in. Thank you so much for the love. Coinbase. All right. So back to Bitcoin. Bitcoin sideways. This is feeling like a Friday, in my humble opinion. Feeling a lot more like a Friday. And thank you for bringing that music back into the fold there. And thank you for the news. That is the news. Each and every one of us here, that is the news. So interesting. We got some long liquidations, but we didn't get a short liquidation, which to me was weird because we did get a push up here. Okay, so we got a few right there. We did get a short liquidation right there. Right when I said I was feeling one was coming, we got 121,000 shorts. Like right as I said, I could feel a short coming. Now, why do I feel a short coming? I mean, why do I feel a short coming? That's interesting. I've never thought about that. I knew there was a short coming. Stop, don't do it. I'm not, oh, come on. Anyway, I'm not going there. I'm talking more about the language. I'm not doing, it's not what you think. I wouldn't do that. That's gross. You know what I mean? Someone has a shortcoming. It's an issue that, you know, there's something that they have to figure out, right? Like, that was one of his shortcomings. Like, I don't know whoever came up with that word. It's a bit odd if you think about it in retrospect. So, look, I mean, this is a descending triangle. You have a flat bottom and a more pushing down top. You know, if you flipped it upside down, it does have like an ascending triangle vibe, right? You see that? So, that's more of a bearish pattern than a bullish pattern. I'll give you that. 15 minutes coming down, but every time the 15 minute keeps pushing down, like we were here. The point is the 50 minute was here and we went all the way down. And like I said the morning, I see the 50 minute going lower first, and which we did, right? We were at 24. We went all the way back down to 23,873. Once we get oversold in the 15 minute, I see this 7 in the 15 minute pumping up out of this like move to the upside. However, we could get a dump and break down. I've already gone over Bitcoin and exactly what I would do and how to play it. I've talked about the asset that I would take on, a Bitcoin dump, and I've gone over all of those things in depth. So we've broken that down already too as well. Starting at Sammy Cuppenhatty. Lifer, are you still in purgatory? And that's why XYO 50-day consolidation. Yo, XYO purgatory, man. Shout out to you, man. You know what it's like. I'm in XYO purgatory. Let's take a look at it. I've been in this trade since February 1st or 2nd. It would now be 23 days. I've been in this consolidative move for XYO. If you told me I was going to be in this, by here I thought we were going to break out. Then we did break out. I got up 10% at one point. Woohoo! Came back down. I'm still in it, baby. We're oversold. We're at a point of control. To me, it's only a matter of time. And again, if it takes 60 days to make 100%, that's going to be a 1.5% a day, every day. So it is what it is. I'm still in XYO. Not a lot of money. You know, less than $1,000, so it's not amazing. But if it pumps, I'll make $1,000. Like, how long do I have to wait? Do I have to wait for it? So here we go. Meter governance token, beautiful bump to the upside, up 30% from when I was first looking at it. Metered governance, okay. Shortcoming flat bottoms push in. EFX starting to make the move. EFX on our radar. DXY is high. Need a DXY dump. Yes, we do. We went over that already too as well. And where is the deep dives in the super chats? We got EVMOS, Band, and Jewel. Let's take a look at Band on the super chats. Optimism, the hot coin. We were all over it. We were all over it before the news came out that Coinbase was going to be with Optimism. We were already trading it. Okay, Band. Let's take a look at Band, USDT here. Band's on my radar. And people have been asking me about Band every day for a while now, right? And there's just that fiend for it. And we've got it in a beautiful consolidation. I already put it out to the trading group, and we talked about it last night. And I see it in this inverted head and shoulder. I made the right shoulder before it almost even happened. It made a right shoulder. Daily's getting a little high for me now, which is interesting. 22 could get flipped, though, and I like the consolidation, you know? So, Band, baby. I put a stop loss below 178 and see if it can rip. You know, nothing else I could do. Band, baby, Band. Above a point of control. Doing good. Doing numbers. I like what I'm seeing for Band. Big consolidation, right? Really big consolidation. 1 hour time frames looks good. You're back above the point of control. 4 hour time frames oversold. I like what's happening to Band, and I would not be surprised if we saw a $4.27 Band before we knew it. So I definitely would be paying attention to band and watching band closely on the radar. I'll throw a band reminder to the group because, I have a lot of trades that are like this I put out and they haven't popped yet. They haven't hit the stop yet. And a lot of people are wondering where the trade's at. There's so many trades in the trading group. Then I even try to give you reminders at the right time. I do everything I can to kind of put the right coin in your face at the right time. All right? SHIB's been trending a lot on Twitter. It tells me what will happen to SHIB, what's going to go down with SHIB. Let's take a look at VRA. VRA just popped in my head. A lot of times when a coin pops in my head, there's a reason. Let's take a look at VRA. And VRA had a beautiful run up. We traded it wonderfully. All right. Then it made this. It was high vol, with high risk because the other time frames were very, very high. This did get stopped out for a quick 11% gain. It was looking nice though. Nice ascending triangle. Remember, these are bilateral patterns. I was watching a trader today that said that 3 times they break down. These are bilateral. Half the time these break down. Half the time. So these aren't as bullish as a bullish pennant. I want to make that clear. They're half the time patterns. So look, previous resistance becomes new support. However, the 4 hour is still overbought, right? 22 has gasoline. So look, if you lose the 22 and you kind of go here, you look at this. I mean, you got this bar of resistance. Previous resistance should become new support. You got this falling wedge. Veracity, it's been hot. Does it use this as a support or resistance flip to get back on the horse? And there's a chance that it does. And this could be considered kind of like a giant cup with a handle, even though it's an awkward cup. I'm not going to draw an awkward cup like that. It's like a sack of potato cup and handle, but it still is a cup and handle. And we could see this move for Veracity to the upside. I like what I'm seeing for Veracity. 55% gainers coming for Veracity. If it can make them, again, it has to hold the zone. I get it. Bigger time frames in our favor. 4 hour is not. 1 hour is. Interesting enough. Previous support here could become a resistance there too, so we're watching that zone for Veracity. Definitely interesting to have Veracity on the radar. All right. And remember, it could easily dump and stop you out. Always have a stop loss. You never know. Okay, Veracity. So I just had to ask my wife. I heard the baby crying, and I'm like, what's going on? 2 hours where I really just can't be a dad, right? I can't be there. I can't grab her in case she falls. I can't pay attention to the kids for 2 hours straight. Not like I'm paying attention to my kids every 5 seconds. I pay attention to my kids a lot. We watched Jurassic Park last night together, the new one. We're letting my daughter, now she's 18, we're letting her watch PG-13. Is that okay? Is it okay to let my daughter watch PG-13? All right. We were sitting with her. I know. I'm just asking. Yeah. Parental guidance. Oh, yeah, it said parental guidance 13. I get it. Oh, yeah, BB's like, I know already. BB's like, I can tell you. You don't need to ask. No, I just wanted to see general consensus of the morality of the people watching, like how they felt about, not us, not judging us, just how they felt about it in general. That's all. I didn't, we're really good with our kids. I don't let my kids touch online. She doesn't get to do what a lot of the other kids get to do. No iPad, none of that. I don't want her inundated with things that she does not need to know about yet. I want her in the woods. I want her playing. I want her just being creative with her brain and having fun, Veracity, 55.87%, possibly coming. It's a retest. I'm pointing out a retest for you so you can see it and see if it plays out or not. So we're kind of struggling at 23,900. BOOKMAP suggesting the same ideas here. Struggling at 23,009. And again, just more liquidity lower than higher, and they're building even more, 23.4. However, there was more here that got pushed up, and this bar is now above, and it wasn't there before. Interesting enough for BOOKMAP. Remember, BOOKMAP is showing us how many orders are on the order book. Like this is 593 Bitcoins at 23,600. That's a buy. That's a sell at 24,002 for 279.77 Bitcoin. All right. So Veracity could get that move to the upside. We're looking for that move for Veracity. D-Race was on my radar yesterday. It's doing an SR flip as well. D-Race has been pointed out to the trading room. A lot out there, all right? There's a lot of trades that I put out there that I'm watching. You might want to pay attention to D-Race. Cup and handle, previous resistance becomes new support. This is a horse racing game. A lot of people like it. They jump on in. It gets crazy. All right. TOKO, hot coin in the game, pumped up nicely. After these cup and handles, you tend to get the secondary handle. So, again, just like I'm showing you on a lot of those other coins, TOKO is resetting. So, a lot of coins that broke out, now that Bitcoin's bouncing, they're trying to find their previous support level. Previous resistance becomes new support. An SR flip on the 1 hour on the 4 hour time frame for TOKO. All right? And you call this a possible SR flip. Even if you don't trade this stuff and you sit with me for a month or two and you understand what an SR flip is, the group is worth the $99. You know what I mean? If you just understand nomenclature and you start to, get into the vocabulary and what's happening, it's going to change your life. You're going to know way more. Right? Maybe we're doing something like this, but I like what's going on here for TOKO. Possible SR flip for TOKO here, and it's oversold in the 4 hour time frame. The last time we played TOKO, we nailed it out of a cup and handle to the upside. Took like about a week. TOKO. Possible SR flip. All right? Possible SR flip for TOKO. Okie dokie. I worked out today. Felt good to get back on the train, working out hard. My daughter was out. I went and saw my family, so I did take Friday and Saturday and Sunday off of working out. And then, wasn't too hard. Interesting. Yeah. EPK falling in error seems that way. I got a tad early, but still nice entry. Shout out to everybody here on the live, and shout out to everyone in the trading group. I love reading the trading group, just seeing the interactions of all the people that have come together. Such a good time, such a good place to be alive. So possible SR flip for TOKO. Okay. Crazy how Kathy Woods from ARK bought the dip for Coinbase 2 months before the announcement. We'll have to wait and see what news comes out, how the new gamers are received, and how the new partnerships develop. Bulls, this all of your Christmases at once. A big bear is trapped and lost liquidity, and that bigger can't pump it and wreck a big bear. Talk to a doctor. You guys are funny. Super chats, SYLR, Jewel, AGIX, DMTR, and GMT. Okay. Yeah, I didn't see the super chats throughout the live. Maybe they were I don't know. Maybe I saw them one time there. Yeah, there you go. Super chat, SYLR. Thank you, man. Let's take EVMOS, SYLR, Jewel, AGIX, DM, and GMT. Damn. I get all the super chats at the end. All right, let's go here. Let's take a look. I don't know what EVMOS is. Never heard of it. It's on MEXC Global. Let's take a look. EVMOS. All right. Came out pretty early in August. EVMOS. I can't sit here and just not know what something is. Ethereum Virtual Machine. The new frontier is bridging the world of Ethereum-based applications and assets to interoperable networks of the Cosmos ecosystem. So EVMOS, I get this. Ethereum Virtual Machine for Cosmos. I mean, EVM and Cosmos. But is this something that just takes two chains already and tries to put themselves in between and find a way? Interesting enough, but I mean, market cap 111 million. Wow, why is it so big already? Never heard of it. MEXC Global, CoinEx, Osmosis. Honestly, this could be big. Atom is my favorite coin. So it's interesting. The thing about this coin is I think it wouldn't gain a lot of traction because people would have to know more about it. It could also just be a narrative that never played out. However, usually you get that uptrend, then the side trend, and that's really where we get the pump. See how coins like to pump up to the 200 SMA? That's your 200 SMA just appearing there. So it's likely that the daily does end up here somewhere at one point. This is something I'll add to the 200 SMA group. Bunched up daily to the 200 SMA pump. I could see this thing go up 200%, honestly. I put $500 in it, hold it for 2 months and see if it doesn't. You know what I mean? That's kind of how I trade these. But again, you do whatever makes you happy. EVMOS. All right. Okay, let's take a look at SYLR. SYLR on KuCoin. All right. So SYLR is in an ascending triangle like I showed you. Daily's a little high, 22 hours a little high. It broke out slightly already. 4-hour time frame is retesting, showing signs that it could make a move. The bigger time frames are just, a little spent right now, which got me thinking. But it's been holding the zone. Tells me that SYLR may have one more pump in it to about this. It looks like SYLR is going to get that move. The 1 hour, the 2 hour, they all look pretty nice. You're retesting a bit. You could redraw the pattern a little bit and make it into this rising wedge more. See like that? But it does look like SYLR could get a move here to the upside. The bigger time frames are a little sketchy, but the smaller time frames, the 1 hour and the 4 hour, both say a move is coming for SYLR. It's interesting. Jewel. DeFi Kingdoms. Let's take a look at this coin now. It's been slowly trending up. It says crypto. I guess crypto.com. I'm not sure where to buy it. We'll look at it. They say it's coming to a centralized exchange soon. I did meet the team behind them. They seem like a bunch of legit people. $20 million market cap. Wow, look at that massy dump there, though. That's crazy. But let's see where this can be purchased. I do know the team. They've never given me any DeFi Kingdom or anything like that. Wrapped 1 is the only place you can get it. Or USDT. Oh, it's on MEXC Global. See, MEXC Global has like all the coins, man. Look at that. Jewel on MEXC. So you do have a SEX listing. And I'm telling you, MEXC, if you're going to find coins that just came out of DeFi and that are just first getting started, MEXC is going to be the place to be. It's the most like... Okay, so Jewel, all right, the washing machine was going crazy, ruining the show. So Jewel looks really nice. I mean, it just slowly make low, high, it's just getting tighter in the channel. It's oversold in the 12-hour time frame. I don't know if there's news behind it or whatever's going on, but this looks like it could go up on MEXC Global. I trade this exact pattern all the time, an ascending triangle, right? So just, hey, as long as it stays above this channel and you have tight moving averages, I could see Jewel going up 70. And look, on the 77, isn't that weird? On the 77%. This is on MEXC Global, all right? Oversold in the 12-hour time frame. That's a pretty big time frame. Then the 1 hour is oversold. Wow, so it's oversold on almost every single time frame. Probably, I don't know how many people trade it as a little lower liquidity probably, but that looks like it could get gas. That's going to be a live stream trade we're looking at. Possibly 65% gains out of Jewel. All right. AGIX and DMTR. Singularity.net. Hot AI coin. All right. Had it tight in this channel. It's getting oversold in the 22. Right? It's just consolidating very, very nicely over time. I'm showing you how this has been respected, this trend line, even from back there. But, I mean, that's forming a bit of a symmetrical triangle. I say more like a bull pennant, But still kind of got symmetrical triangle vibes. It's in the 618 golden pocket. That's all right. It's in the 618 golden pocket. Probably been missing for a while. It's in the 618 golden pocket, AGIX, and it's at the 618 area. I mean, 100. I'm all over this. I've built a position in this. I'm going to show everyone tonight what I'm doing with this. You do whatever makes you happy, all right? But tonight, if you want to be in my trading group, I'm going to show you the portfolio that I'm building in AI, how long I plan on holding it, how I plan on building it. I mean, that alone is just so key. Like, watching me figure out what I'm doing. And again, you're not going to copy me. I'm never going to tell you what to do with your money. But years from now, you can look back and be like, well, how did he think about it? How did he allocate? What was his thoughts? How did he discipline himself? Did he wait? Did he get emotional? What were the tools, tips, and tricks he used to maintain calm emotional movement in this market. So I really like what I'm seeing here for AGIX. Looks amazing. And there's really not much else to say. High volume node, 706. Moving averages could be closer, but it's starting to get a bigger move. We could get a nice move up there. We take a look at our 4-hour time frame. It's headed back down, but could flip at any moment. Our 1 hour is beat to the ground. Our 15-minute is oversold. You know, our 7-minute is oversold. I don't know what more I need. I like what I'm seeing here for AGIX. Bang, bang, bang. Let's take a look at DMTR here. Dematra. And that's in a falling wedge now, right? It's turned into a falling wedge. It was nice. It looked like AGX. It was in this tight channel. It gave it up, decided to fall down. 32% of the time, you're going to lose the level. It did that. We have not been stopped out yet. I guess you could say we got stopped out at this point, you know? But again, when I put a 32% stop loss, I'm never putting more than $500 to $1,000, usually $500. I am never going to be losing $300. Like, it's not a smart look for me personally. You know what I mean? So when I have to make the stop loss bigger, I'm going to ladder into the trade. You see what I'm saying? This is a long-term idea. I believe this could do damage. I would just be grabbing pieces of this and holding it for another year. I have a swing trade bag, and I also always have a long-term bag. If you were to give me $100K, I would take 30 grand and put it into Bitcoin, Ethereum. Probably immediately put 18,000 to 20,000 into Bitcoin immediately of the 30 grand. Then I'd split the other 5 grand between, you know, Ethereum, XRP, and ADA or something like that. And that would be my first bag, right? Maybe I'd put 10 grand in ADA, 10 grand in XRP and 10 grand in Bitcoin. Then I would keep a 30 grand bag for swing trading, and I would be going in and out for 5 positions, 6 positions, things like that. And then I would keep 30 grand for long-term investing, and I would DCA into coins that I really like. Sometimes I would swing trade a coin that I also was DCAing into. It would all depend. But I like to do all 3 things at once. That's how I stand. That's where I fit. You'll find your trading style over time. Some people only swing trade, and they don't want to do long-term holding. I've made a lot more money than people that I've seen only stick to swing trading and go after the money. I'm more of I have a passion for investing. I have a passion for finding something before most people. I have a passion for watching that money grow and play into fruition. So it's kind of what I love to do. This is interesting. I mean, this could go lower, and I'll tell you why. If you pull a fib here, you did wick into the 618 golden pocket, but could you go to the 706? You might, right? But that's good. I mean, you retrace. After a pump, you retrace to the 618. That's what's supposed to happen. All right. So this trade's, we could kind of reconform the trade back to this entry point, but the original trade did get stopped out. I want to make that clear. That trade did not play out perfectly. It did not, right? It got, it basically kept getting leaked more and more. It got sold off. And Bitcoin getting crushed down to the liquidity. So far, BOOKMAP is winning, even though that 7-minute wants to pump. BOOKMAP just keeps saying that we are going to go down into the 23,300 layer. I mean, there's just more liquidity down here. There's nothing up here for us to grab. There's just nothing else. This says that we go lower, and so far it's been happening. Thursday today has been moving a lot slower. It's been moving a lot like a Friday. You can feel it. The market's a little lackluster. It's moving a lot like a Friday compared to most markets in general. Let's take a look at GMT on the radar. Let's take a look at GMT on Steppen. So it got tighter in the channel. To me, I would align these two now. Something of this nature, bouncing off this. So very strange mark. I mean, shoulder head and a right shoulder possible, right? It's kind of following Bitcoin because Bitcoin's in that wedge that did the dippo, right? I like what you're seeing here, though. Look, previous resistance becomes new support. And so almost a lot, like so many coins are retesting the previous resistance point for a possible big move in the 12-hour time frame. GMT, tight moving averages, got above. Is the daily about to hit the 200 SMA? It has the 200 SMA above it. You could get the pump to the 200, which would give you the breakout. You have a golden cross on the 22. Usually you did right there, and you're getting tight again. I like what I'm seeing here. Kind of, cup and handle vibes for GMT. First higher low in a while after a massive dump down would suggest you get a higher high. Once you get above here, you have a gap of the VRVP. You could get all the way up here to that move to the point of control, 137.7% gains out of GMT. However, Let's pull a fib on this retracement and see how we're doing. We're pretty close to the 618. We could go lower to the golden pocket and bounce off of 36 cents. All right, let's take a look at our 1 hour. If it, 1 hour is oversold, 6 hours oversold, 4 hour could flip back down. 8 hour looks pretty nice. Show me the 8 hour. There you go. 12 hour looks pretty good. 22 looks good. Daily's an indecision. GMT. What are you doing? What are you doing?
I was going to tell you that you have tutoring.
At 1 o'clock?
No, at 12:20.
No, I don't.
Yeah, because after that we have to go someplace.
I can't do tutoring at 12:20. Why would you do that without asking me, my love?
That's why I came down to ask you.
You can't tell me I have tutoring at 12:20 at 12 o'clock.
Because Brian and the girls are going to go get Chinese at 1:30, and I thought you and us would want to join them.
We would.
Yeah, so that's why I did it.
So now I have 20 minutes before my next.
Yeah, so let's make it fun.
This is my life, everybody. You see that? I love one-on-ones, though, so shout out to the person who did the one-on-one, and God bless you. I'm excited. I'll rest my eyes for 20 minutes, and I'll be back on, ready to rock. GMT, 137% gains. My wife makes my schedule, so that's what happens when you don't make your own schedule. You get told where to be and what to do, and she tells me where to be and what to do, so it is what it is, all right? I like what GMT's doing. I think there could be a little more of a slip down, but and it could even double bottom here. But low, high, higher, low, GMT and a cup and handle. Yeah, I see some bacon on the beach for GMT for sure. 22 looks better than the daily. I'll give you that. Daily might flip. So the 4 hour and the daily, we have to wait out, but GMT looks pretty good. Remember, you could even trade GMT 3L for even more gains. And I try to trade the same way over and over again. GMT. Oversold cup and handle. It's funny, I knew it. I was going to say, why don't we all go get Chinese with Brian? I knew that was going to happen. It's just weird when you know what is going to happen that day. PDEX has been interesting. I see it continuing. A lot of the decentralized Polka is starting to move. Pol C, PDEX, Polka Bridge, Polka Starter. I've been noticing Polka get busy. Pols, right? We played Pols last week for massive gain. So the Pol coins are starting to make a move. You know what moves when the Pol coins move? I don't know why, but BPro. It's not really connected to them. But just I always remember Pol C pumping, Pols pumping, and then BPro pumping as well. I'm watching this closely. I like what's going on here. The trend line that it's hitting is interesting. I would be watching PDEX very, very closely. I'd be watching PDEX. Okay. I think we got all the super chats done. Hey, Crypto Lifer, Sphinx is the most important invention in the history of the world. Since the internet, Sphinx Labs. Please talk about it too. I don't know much about it. I'll have to find out. Share his years of experience in 2+ hours. Teaches a TA style. Super chats, Phantom and SHIB. More super chats, huh? If you have any questions about your 99 membership, reach out to CryptoLifers@gmail. Laura said to find Crypto L. So I said, I love you all. To send you this, we are paying to be good. We are praying to be good. Sorry, English not good. Laura said to find Crypto L. And to said, I love you all. We love you, Laura. Doctor decided to have 2 surgeries and delete all the tumor. She woke up, doctor, to read and walk and talk. She okay, but now she's back induced coma for 2 surgeries on Friday. Oh my God, Laura, we love you. She didn't even really tell me what was going on. So one of our favorite people on the show is going through serious cancer surgery. She's such a nice person. She's given so much to the group. She paid for the year immediately. She paid for other people to be in the group. Anytime I tried to give her a giveaway or anything that happened, she refused the money and said, give it to somebody else. What a star. What a nice person. And she went through so much, man. We're going to pray for her every single day. She wanted it kept more private. Sorry about that. I won't say anything now. I didn't even know about it. So you knew about it, but I didn't know about it? So Jamie knows more about my group than me. Jamie knows everything about the group, and I don't know anything. Jamie's the real mastermind here. So crazy. But prayer for Laura, man. Just prayers for Laura. We love her so much. And we just hope that she has the best recovery of any human possible. Okay. Last two super chats, Phantom and Shibby. SHIB has been trending. Let's take a look at Phantom. And of course, you guys are going to press it. Full court press all the way to the end. All the way to the end. USDT here for Phantom. All right, so Phantom. I like what I was seeing in that cup and handle. I like what the 24 hours doing. We dipped a little bit out of the channel, but, no one's going to be perfect, 100% precise. But so far, it's still holding the zone. Little lower than entry. Holding the point of control. No stop loss out there. Phantom's still looking pretty good to me on the 22-hour time frame. Phantom's still looking interesting to me. I like what I'm seeing for Phantom. Thank you for the reminder. I appreciate you now. Before I was like, oh, it's the end. No, I always appreciated you. I shouldn't say now. I appreciate you. But I was like, oh, more super chats at the end. But it's like, hey, you might get, I always remind myself the super chat that I push myself towards the end for is the one that usually makes the bacon on the beach. Many times someone's like, oh, could you do this last one? And I do the last one. It ends up being the money one. SHIB has been trending crazily. And as a Adam and Eve double bottom, it just got started. It came back and retested the neckline inside of this channel. 22-hour wants the blast. I would not be surprised if SHIB got a major move to the upside out of this. I'm watching SHIB very closely above the point of control. SHIB on the radar. And it just keeps getting pushed too. You keep hearing about SHIB more and more all the time. All right, everyone, that will conclude the show. Bitcoin will never reach an all-time high again. Sell your coins and go buy a Happy Meal. What do you think of that, babe?
Who wrote that?
This guy up here.
Just laugh.
I know, I'm funny. He's probably joking. Why AMP is up 40% today? You never know.
Tell him to give you his Bitcoin and you'll buy him a Happy Meal.
Me never luck. Doesn't matter what year from really. It's a trading pair. We're all on the same bell. B-Pro has been hot. Thanks for the show. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here. If you came to the channel, then you're already doing the right thing. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Hit the bell for notifications. And I'll see you on the next live stream, everybody. Thank you so much. My gratitude is my attitude. Thank you, dear Lord, for sending all these beautiful people to my live. Thank you for all the super chats. Thank you for all the comments. Thank you for all the love, everyone. I'll be back. And look, there's the short squeeze. Just as I started talking about it, there it is. Do we get it now? And we'll jump into Bitcoin right before the end of the show here. So look, we got the double top that I suggested on the short. I suggested the short would double top, which meant to me that Bitcoin would double bottom, which so far we're getting the double bottom for Bitcoin now. This is what we needed. The 15-minute was going to come down and double bottom. All right? We fell out of the channel. It was a descending triangle that dropped to the downside. You see that? But to me, look, we're still in this beautiful flag. We're double bottoming. It's still a higher low. And honestly, there's the short squeeze there. In the 7-minute, in my humble opinion, is about the short squeezes up to about 24,200. At least to this resistance here at 24,200. I'm expecting a bounce on the 7-minute time frame to the upside for Bitcoin. The bigger idea was the 22-hour inside of this channel. I even gave you a trade. I talked about an entry somewhere in the zone around 24,000, 23,008 even. Stop loss below 22,800 with a target at 26,777. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for being here. And I'm out. God bless you all. I'll see you tomorrow on another beautiful live stream.